Today's April 19th, and today's quote is funny. In every bad relationship you ever had, you were there. And we have a similar quote, which can go along with this. In every argument you ever had, you were there. Maybe you didn't realize it. Maybe you didn't notice it, but you were actually involved. And we have the saying in America, you probably have it in your country, it takes two to tango. Tango is a dance. And it takes two people. So, our tendency is to think if there's an argument, it's the other person's fault. Isn't it? If there's a bad relationship, our tendency is to think it's the other person's fault. But it's like water, H2O. Two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. If you have H3O or HO2 or H2O2, it changes. You change one atom, it changes. So you have two people. If one person changes, it changes the relationship. It changes the dynamic. So we shouldn't fool ourselves to think that we're innocent when there's a bad relationship. But rather, we can reflect. What am I contributing to the bad relationship? What's going on my side? Could I do anything to make it better? Now, one nice meditation we do in one of our workshops is we ask people to meditate on what it would be like to work with yourself. In other words, let's say you had a company or organization, a team. Everybody was exactly like you. So what would that be like? What problems would you have working with everyone if they're just like you? Obviously, if you think about it, you realize, yeah, there probably would be some problems. I'd be working with a lot of people who are stubborn or not that submissive or not that reliable or not that trustworthy or they don't listen so well or whatever. So it's a reflection to help us understand that often in bad relationships we contribute. And even though we may think sometimes we're victimized, it's always good to ask ourselves the question, well, what responsibility did I have in this bad relationship? Because a lot of times when you take that attitude, you will realize, you will find that you did have some responsibility, perhaps bigger than you thought, and your actions were causing other people to react negatively towards you. And if I act negatively towards you because you've acted negatively towards me, you will think I initiated it and I will think you initiated it. That's just the way it works. But we may be just reacting against one another. So, it's interesting meditation, and relationships are so important, and so important in bhakti. Yes, very important. Better relationships, better Krishna consciousness, and the spreading of Krishna consciousness increases. We model good relationships. People are attracted to relationships. They want good relationships, and it's our service to the world to have good relationships, to invite people into communities of devotees who get along really well. And you can make it better because you're in every relationship. Hare Krishna.